Hello and welcome. Today is November 10th, and you are watching the season 2 finale of the Viewscreen. I'm your host, Amy Nelson, and with
And
me,
I'm your other host, Kelvin Wood. The Viewscreen is your weekly Star Trek magazine show. We've got guests, special features, news, and lots of love from our Star Trek family all around the globe.
and we are so grateful to our live audience. Say hi to us in the chat. And for everyone else watching us on replay on our BQN YouTube channel or listening to the Viewscreen podcast, available on all podcast platforms.
We would love to ask you to subscribe and make sure you press the alert and like buttons. Clearly, this is our season finale, but you can still subscribe to the network, see all of the previous episodes over the last 10 weeks or season 1. But we do have over 200 videos from shows all across the network on our YouTube channel. So please make sure you check it out. And thank you to our 114 ever-growing list of subscribers. We really appreciate it.
Yes. Again, shout out to our watchers there in the chat. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Justin. So good to see you. And we would invite you to join our conversation over on Facebook in our group, the BQN Collective, or in our Discord server. Now, we've got the links posted in the show notes. We've got lots of content. So, yep. Okay. Now, the chat's open, as we said. So drop your questions and your comments and we'll get to them so you can enjoy the show with us. We just love interacting with you. So thank you.
So we made it, Amy. 10 weeks. We've got to the end.
I really can't believe it's already 10 weeks because I just think, we've got to get back to All Good Things. Have you even thought about All Good Things yet?
I have. Well, first of all, I thought that next Sunday I need a week off.
Yes.
I need to be able to do something and not be worried about not being ready to do a live stream. So I'm very much looking forward to a week off. And even though we don't have a go live date yet for returning to All Good Things, I have been into our little planner spreadsheet and given about half a dozen episode and topic suggestions for when we come back. So I've started thinking about some of the prep work. I really
can't. Wonderful. Because I have Monday off. It's Veterans Day, and I would like to thank all those who serve in the military. Thank you. I have a brother's in the Navy. Would be remiss to not mention him. But I do have that day off, and I was like, okay, let's get this calendar, all figured out for All Good Things. So we're thinking along the same lines.
I must actually make reference. Today is also Remembrance Sunday here in the UK. So just earlier before we came on, I was running around the house looking for my poppy. So I feel very unprepared for a live stream, being the only person in the UK today not proudly wearing their poppy to say thank you to all of the veterans who fought and gave their lives in the various wars around the world. So yeah, looks like US and UK are aligned on that matter, Amy, that we celebrate the end of the First World War, isn't it, today?
Yeah, because that would be the poppies,
the date. So how has your week been?
It's been interesting trying to just focus on what's at hand. It's just been life-changing. And so I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this new world that I didn't know that I lived in. And I have to accept the reality. So I'm in transition. But I mean,
it's strange because it's such a massive talking point, and clearly we don't want to go down a huge rabbit hole with that. Sure, the election will come up at some point during today's show. I'm sure it will, but it's just been very strange. As someone not in the USA, it affects us all around the globe. So for us to be watching it, particularly on social media, which is very doom scrolly, it's been a hard week, hasn't it?
Yeah, I was on our BQN patron roundtable yesterday with Christos, hi, who is in the chat. And we were talking about that. And to hear you say that it's affecting you in the UK, Davey was telling us how it's affecting, over there in Australia. We are a world community, and I am grateful that I have this world community to support and buoy, and that we can know each other and still be able to get through and talk about our love of Trek.
Oh, speaking of love of Trek, I had a very strange, almost ghostly experience this week. I'm sure you must go over to the Rio in Vegas when it's not the convention, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a little weird. So this week I was attending a 2-day exhibition for work, working the booth for my little company. And it was at the Birmingham NEC where Destination Trek used to be held.
Oh.
And I was staying over at the Hilton Hotel, which is on site there, which is the hotel where, Joe and I and the other UK Trekkies, we stay. So it was strange walking around the hotel, the exhibition center that I know as a convention place for Star Trek. And I'd be in the lift saying, oh, this is the lift that I was in with Anson Mount. Or there's the bar over there where we saw Garrett Wang. And it was like they were haunting me, walking past me in the corridors, just full of very boring business people at the time. But I was thinking of you, thinking this must be what it's like going to the Rio when it's not STLV.
It is chilling how different the feel is, because you're like, wait, where are all of my people? What are all these gamblers doing here? Go away. And the masquerade bar, that's the worst. I try to avoid it. It's like, walking in a cemetery, like that spooky feeling where it's like hollowed ground, don't mess with it, because
just shows how fond our memories are of the days that matter over in there. So it was interesting. It was great. I felt a bit closer to everybody this week.
Very true.
Well, we got a bumper long episode today. I know our episodes are quite long in general, so if some people may need to take a break and come back to this one. But we've got lots of guests on a super-sized finale episode. So shall we see what we've got coming up today for the finale? Kristen is here for one final time with all of the news and trending. Hey, Kristen.
And we couldn't do it without Trivia with Jim McMahon. Hey, Jim.
Looking forward to that. Hey, Jim. And we have a very special returning guest. We have some special cocktails with Joe Keegan, some of Scotland's finest. Hey, Joe.
And with the seasons approaching, we need to have Christian showing us all the things that can stuff our stockings.
Christmas presents. Brilliant. What a packed show. So, shall we begin? I guess it's time for one last time to head over to the newsroom.
Hello, Kristen.
Good morning, everyone.
How are you doing?
Not gonna lie, I've cried a lot this week. It's not my election. It's not my country. It's nothing. It's just to see bad behavior rewarded is one of my main big pet peeves. And everything that he should have been held accountable for is not going to happen. And it's, And then, I'm just a stone's throw away from all of this, where I don't know how this is going to affect us up here. But if he tries to come for our water, you best believe I will be on the front line protesting. Sir, we're in a drought ourselves, so don't touch our stuff. Don't touch our stuff. So anyway, I've been going through my feels this week, and so yeah. This has been my my Spock cookie jar has remained full as well this week. With for cookies.
Love it.
So I've been eating my feelings a lot. So thank you to Justin for keeping the shelves in our pantry stocked with goodies.
Well, I'm reticent to ask you now that you've just filled your mouth with biscuits, but please, can you tell us what you've got for us this week? Have a sip on your Raptagino first.
Yeah.
So to be honest, there was not a lot of news for Star Trek this week because there was some other catastrophic event, of course, that happened. But let's get started with a quick reminder. And I want everybody to remember that it is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. So a call out to everybody who worked on Kamala's campaign, Tim Waltz, all of them involved who fought so hard, and she did a great job. And, you know, this was the outcome of the democratic process. We're not going to throw a tantrum like a bunch of little children. But we will just take it day by day, like I'm seeing the discussion going on in the chat, and hope in the end, good will win, and we'll just see what that looks like. So I just wanted to start off sort of on a really good positive note, and of course, when we need that, we turn to Jean-Luc Picard. So
yes.
This week's birthday is one of the epic love stories, of course. So today, 27 years ago, You Were Cordially Invited aired, where, of course, we got to see Worf and Jadzia finally tie the knot.
Yes.
And this just shows as well that in and amongst war and conflict and political uprising, you can still find love and happiness. So it's kind of apropos. Now, okay, Kelvin, I saw your double thumbs down. What's going on there, boo? What's happening?
Not a fan of Worf and Dax. The fine Jadzia Dax became Mrs. Worf in this episode, and we never got it back.
Interesting. I can see part of where you're coming from. Yeah. I didn't like how she was treated in a lot of this episode. Yeah, but
happy anniversary anyway.
But happy anniversary. Nonetheless, now we're just like awkwardly sitting here, like, okay. So let's move on then to gonna try not to cry.
Yeah.
That we lost.
The one and only.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I am repping the Klingon today in his honor. I've been watching him on screen since like he was Kern. He was in Final Destination. He was in Candyman. He was in so many epic movies that any millennial would have watched. For me, his voice is on par with that of James Earl Jones. So to lose both of them this year was just so unexpected. He was so young. So to lose him just before his 70th birthday was really rough too. He would have been 70 in December. And it's just why? And I'm realizing from this, I am not prepared for the potential losses that we will be experiencing as a community, as the people we love age and life takes its thing. So anyway, Friday night I poured a big glass of dark red wine, put on Sins of the Father, and cried my eyes out. So, and of course, his role as older Jake. Thank you, Rashid. Yes, that is one of the go-to episodes when people really want that kind of really emotional track is you go to The Visitor. So anyway,
I had a moment. I was stood in my kitchen on Friday after I heard the news, and I'm doing, as I've said earlier, the Stardate rewatch. So I've just finished season 4 of Deep Space Nine, and the end of the Sons of Morg episode where Worf says, "I have no family."
Yeah.
And literally his brother's just died here in real life. So, and it gave me goosebumps on my arm as that memory just came to mind. So it's so sad.
So maybe Tony Todd didn't die. Maybe he just underwent plastic surgery and is now living as someone else somewhere.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know.
Well, I'm glad you put up a picture with Tosk. Is that a Hirogen, right?
That's the Alpha.
Oh, yeah. I love him. Kern is my favorite, and older Jake, of course, but I love him as Kern. But I don't know if you guys have seen him in I just looked it up and I closed it because I knew I was going to have it. The Man from Earth.
No.
Excellent movie. And Tony Todd has so much, like his acting. It's a man who lives for 1,000 years. And so how to go through life, it's easier back when there was no social media or digital, and like people are like, oh, well, how have you been alive this long, and trying to stay not noticed by, everyone. Excellent movie. He so brilliant character. I would highly recommend that.
I'm going to look that up. I mean, his IMDb shows him at 254 roles he's played. So he is,
yeah, well-versed.
Yes. And The Rock, one more of those epic 90s movies he was in where a generation just, you know him. He's in everything. That when you go and look, you're like, I didn't even realize he was in that. And you're like, of course he was so-and-so. And it was just his voice that always absolutely set him apart.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope Stovall Core has welcomed the warrior.
Yes.
So moving on. Some joy. So my meme of the week.
So
See if
funny.
anybody gets this. Does anybody get this?
Yes. Joe's going to love this.
It's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
So if anyone doesn't get it, it's the song 500 Miles. So I would walk 500 miles and then I would walk 500 more. So this is so stupid. I don't know who made this up, but you are my hero. This is absolutely hilarious, and I just thought we could use a little bit of joy this week. So I've been saving this one up for the finale.
Yes. Nice.
Awesome. So next we have a birthday. November 5th was Armin Shimmerman's birthday, and I was so honored to have met him earlier this year on the cruise. He signed my rule of acquisition book, and that's one of my prized possessions now. But he's such a lovely man, and I don't think people realize the level of skill he has with his acting. And whenever he does his Shakespeare workshops on the cruise, I just he plays the most insane character, but the talent behind it is bar none. He's just a really talented actor and a lovely human being. And I love his wife. They're Kitty. They are an absolutely amazing powerhouse pair. And so, yes, of course, wish Armin a happy birthday.
Yes. So Rashid in the comments says that he actually met Armin twice and is a fantastic person. I have to echo, if you're not listening to him on the 7th Rule with Sirach Lofton, him and Terry Farrell trade off, and the level of intelligence that this man possesses is insane. He is well-spoken, well-thought, just super intelligent. And I have loved getting to know him. He's always at STLV, almost at every convention, but always STLV. He loves the fan. He interacts with us. He's so authentic. Like,
Yeah.
Huge kudos. I didn't know how great a person he was until, I'm just hearing him speak and like his charities and fundraising and the SAG after strikes. Like, he's out there. He's a man with a mission. I am very impressed with Mr. Armin Shimmerman.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
There were actually a lot of Trek birthdays this week, but I didn't want to just inundate everybody by going through slide by slide of birthdays. But also another one that I'm being selfish and of course wanting to say is happy birthday to my love Justin, who had a birthday on Thursday.
Oh, happy birthday, Justin.
Yes. Okay, and the last, this is a short segment for me today. So there was a Star Trek Exodus. Please excuse me as I bask in the glory of my pun. So in reaction to the election and a lot of the echo chamber that's happening on X, there are a lot of Trek actors that have left. So officially, John Billingsley, Armin Shimmerman, and Robert Picardo all left this week. We checked; they are all on what's the new one? Threads.
Oh, Threads.
They're all on Threads except for John. So you can find Armin and Robert. They are verified with all their followers on Threads. And then I think last night at like midnight or something, Anson Mount announced as well that he was leaving X. It's Twitter. I mean,
I know.
What's happening here? What's with the X? And then when he goes on stage and he jumps and he tries to make an X and we have to, no.
Yeah, the X works for your pun though, so you can take that.
Yes.
It does. So I guess there's that. So anyway, I know that a lot of people are doing this. It's just the what you can be banned for on there right now, yet they scream free speech. LeVar and Jerry Ryan have left too. Thank you, honey. He's been great at sort of helping me look, because I don't have this app, so I can't really check.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know like that there's a lot with the BQN and different Star Trek podcasts that are all leaving X, and I it's just, I don't think this is a battle that can be won to keep the integrity of that platform. So moving to Threads is just a place where we can kind of go and escape a lot of the hate and the racist, homophobic, and sexist rhetoric that is occurring over on X right now.
So Rashid points out that blocked accounts can now view your tweets. So that's not cool.
No,
I mean, that's the whole purpose of blocking someone is you're removing that purpose. It's wow.
Yeah, it is bad. So thank you, Rashid, to point out even more reasons that if you have an account on X, maybe it's time to just scooch on over. But also when I found this graphic attached to it, I was like, this is epic, because you know what, Trump, rage against Star Trek. You know what? Absolutely. I hope you do, because at some point good will win. But yeah. So anyway, that's really all there was this week for the news. We had a lot of bad, and it was all capped off with the loss of Tony Todd, and but life goes on and the fight continues, and we will just continue to support each other with love and empathy, and that's all we can do, right?
Day by day.
Let's bring the guests in and see what they made to that. I mean, clearly there's not a lot of news there to actually offer opinions on, other than your thoughts on the election and really paying tribute to Tony. But Christian, what do you make of the goings on this week?
Well, Tony Todd thing was really sad to me, because like Kristen said, you think about growing up watching this man on not only on Star Trek but so many shows. It was really sad. It makes me think too, because 69 is so young. There's still so much going on, and it hits me like that, because I think about that more lately the older I get. Like once you get to that like Social Security age, like it's really sad, like what you can do and the fun you can have, because you're now able to almost take a breather and be like, hey, enjoy some of your life, and then it's cut short.
Yeah.
just, right in there. And I think about stuff like that, and it's really sad because he's so young.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe? Were you triggered by the meme of the week?
What can we say? Do you know what? I have a problem with teenage boys in school having like really negative male role models and choosing the wrong people, like Elon Musk and Andrew Tate and Donald Trump. If I hear another teenage boy say, "What's wrong with Donald Trump?"
Oh,
I'm actually going somebody asked me what I thought of the US election on the day after it happened. And I was like, don't even start. But before I'd kind of filtered what I was going to say, it all came out. And the class were
What's your
like,
student?
yeah. Well, no, he asked me what I thought about Donald Trump. So if you don't want an answer, you don't ask the question.
Yeah.
And they're adults, so they're 17, nearly 18, so they can handle the truth.
yeah.
Honestly,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead, Amy.
Yeah, I had kids ask me to next day. It's like, well, because they knew. Well, I had some kids that asked me beforehand, like, why, and I gave them my reasons, and so then they came at, not at me, but followed up the next day and they just were very kind and allowed me to say my thing. And these kids are only 14, so they don't have really opinions unless it's their parents' opinions.
Yeah.
And the number of kids that just, oh yeah, I want Trump. He's going to lower my, and I'm just like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tearing families apart up here too.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to see how this political divisiveness is just seeping into all aspects. And you know what? It's fine. Usually I could deal with your run-of-the-mill conservative who wants small government, will never respect anybody who thinks the government should have control over a woman's body or anyone's body or anything like that. But usually, for the most part, conservatives were pretty harmless. But this is a new breed that wants to do away with all diversity, and it's horrifying. And so if someone wants that, I don't want that person in my life. And that's been very hard, and it has, it's going to change holidays moving forward. Let's just say that.
Oh dear. I'm hesitant to ask. Jim's just been sat there with his head in his hands. But what do you make of the news this week, Jim? He doesn't want to come off mute and tell us.
Don't get me started.
Oh.
And as for the Tony Todd thing, oh God, that was hard. Like I actually said to a friend, like we should all scream one back to warn the Warriors of Stovacor that someone would be joining them.
Yeah.
Is Tony Todd thing maybe a good thing? Because after Candyman, I was terrified of the man. It's so scary.
I mean, he was such a good actor.
Such a good actor.
I remember him from when he played the Mocklin ambassador on the Orville, and even though it was kind of a despicable role,
his voice.
Yeah, he did it beautifully.
Head behind the sofa.
His acting ability was it was so good, and he just knew how to be hella creepy or ridiculously lovable. Yes, I will have some of your replicated bird meat. I remember watching that line as a child and thinking it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen on television.
Brilliant. Well, it's not the most upbeat of news this week, but thank you regardless, Christian, for bringing it to us. We'll see you and the guys a little bit later in the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, and one last birthday. It's actually Tim Lang's birthday today, who was on the show a few weeks ago from the Star Trek Fact Files. So a very happy birthday, Tim.
Oh, and we have Justin who said, Rashid said it was Robert Duncan McNeil's birthday yesterday.
Oh, lovely.
And happy birthday to Mr. Kristen, too.
Just been listening to the Delta Flyers in the gym earlier. So, on my mind. Good old Robbie.
All right, you guys. Well, let's bring Jim into the studio. He has prepared some questions for us. We love trivia with Jim. Jim, how have you been? Nice to have you come back on for season 2. How have you been?
Okay, sorry. I've been good. My video froze there for a second. I didn't catch most of what you were saying.
Oh, the joys of being live.
Yeah. Are you keeping well, Jim?
Besides what's happened this past week, which is we could be here for hours discussing that. I've been great. I just went to a fan convention here in town yesterday, met a whole bunch of people. The Star Trek connection was John Jackson Miller, who has written a bunch of great Star Trek books.
Yes.
I actually got his autograph, but it's been a fantastic time beyond the political stuff, which we probably don't need to go into.
Yeah. Now, we do have new Star Trek, which we didn't talk about, but I want to know, how are you enjoying Lower Decks?
I am 1 episode behind because I haven't had time to watch the last episode yet, but I am enjoying the season. I am enjoying the season so far that I have seen.
Very good. Yeah.
Excellent. Right. Well, we won't give any spoilers away. We'll make it a mute point this week then if you've not watched Lower Decks.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are you ready? Let's bring in our contestants.
I have 10 questions. Did you want me to do this in two rounds with 5 each, or do you want to do all of them right now?
It's entirely up to you, Jim. I would just like to say, in terms of rules, I will demote myself from an active player, and I will be playing on behalf of the viewers. So if everyone can pinky promise to turn off the comment slide, so you're not looking at the comment pane, I would like to invite all of the viewers to type the answer in to Jim's question, and I will shout up on your response on your behalf.
I think it's best to do it in 2 rounds of 5 then.
I agree.
Right, so let's bring in Christian, Joe, and Kristen. Oh, I need a scrap of paper. Do I need to be scorekeeper as well, Jim?
Oh,
probably, yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
Unless Amy is competing.
I just come on to make alcohol.
Joe was not expecting this morning.
It's okay.
Whatever.
Will you be competing, Amy?
I will be scorekeeper.
Okay, so you don't need to do it then, Kelvin.
Scared of losing.
So how are we chiming in? Do we put our hand up? Do we?
We make a funny noise. We should all have a silly noise.
No, I'm gonna have to switch screens to look at the questions. So how about Kelvin says whoever raises their hand.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll let Amy do that if that's
I'll
okay
do that.
with you, Jim.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm gonna be monitoring the chat for the viewers.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Cool.
I will read out the questions, and I will read out each question and the hint, and then you can raise your hand, and I will listen for whoever Amy says first.
Hope your computer doesn't freeze.
I butterfly.
No, I can still hear you.
I have a technical question.
Yes.
How does one raise their hand on this software platform? Are we literally doing it in
Yes,
right?
like that, yes.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
like that.
Like
yeah.
old school.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like literally raise my hand. Right?
yeah, literally raise your hand. Yeah. Okay, I've switched over to the screen with the questions now. Okay, question number 1. Name the Voyager character that hasn't been seen on screen in the Mirror Universe. Hint, it's one of the following. A. Tuvok, B. Chakotay, C. Tom Paris, or D. Catherine Janeway.
Come on, viewers, get typing.
Who hasn't shown up in the Mirror Universe?
Here, I was gonna say Cass. It's very wrong.
Christian, was that your hand?
No, it was not.
No,
I want to put my hand up.
I know the answer.
This should be an easy question. I don't know why I'm like.
You have stumped them, Jim. I don't see anyone in the chat either.
No, it's so frustrating. Come on, guys.
Well,
All right, Kelvin.
Hey,
Okay.
sorry. Can you just name the characters one more time?
Option, yeah.
yeah. The options are A. Tuvok, B. Chakotay, C. Tom Paris, or D. Catherine Janeway.
Beep up, beep up.
Joe.
Chakotay.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
Kristen.
Paris.
Yes.
Oh,
Boo.
I
We've
pulled that straight out.
Tuvok we saw in live action on Deep Space Nine, the Mirror Tuvok, and Mirror Janeway and Chakotay we saw on Prodigy.
Indeed.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
hate Canada.
You hate Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Fruity wasteland.
No heckling.
Scotland.
Yeah, no heckling,
Hate
Joe.
Canada.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
Blame Canada.
Yeah, question 2. Who voiced the role of Tendy's sister Dearica in several episodes of Lower Decks? The hint is this actress has voice credits in Ice Age 2, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and Phineas and Ferb, and on-screen credits in Monk, Criminal Minds, Law and Order, and Modern Family.
Oh.
Kristen.
Paget Brewster?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
Making up words now.
no, she was in Criminal Minds and Modern Family. But
Oh, I do love her.
I
You're
love
right.
her.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, just type anything. Just show me that the chat pane works.
What were the shows that she was in?
Yeah, voice roles in Ice Age 2, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and Phineas and Ferb, live action, Monk, Criminal Minds, Law and Order, and Modern Family.
Tindy's sister.
What is that?
I have no clue.
Oh,
Kelvin.
oh.
Kristen.
Is the first name Julie?
No.
Okay, then I'm not going to worry about her last name then.
I don't know this one.
No, I don't know this one.
Okay, Jim, we're calling it.
Ariel Winter.
Okay.
Oh, she was in Criminal Minds?
Yeah.
Oh, that must be a new episode.
Or
She's-
guest. I think she
She's
was
a
guest.
baby.
Yeah. All right, question 3. What CBS comedy has had Lower Deck recurring actors Jack McBrayer and Lauren Lapkus appear on it? The hint is this long-running comedy is one of CBS's most successful shows, and during its run, it was nominated for 46 Emmys and has had 2 prequel spin-offs.
Kristen.
How I Met Your Mother?
No.
If I had a table, I'd flip it.
Joe.
Amy.
Frasier.
I didn't hear what Joe said.
Frasier.
No.
Any
Okay,
other
read the question
guesses?
again. Read the question again. Hold on.
What CBS comedy has had Lower Decks recurring actors Jack McBrayer and Lauren Lapkus appear on it?
We've got
Kelvin.
one. JJ says, is it Big Bang Theory?
Yes, it's the
Yes.
Big Bang Theory.
Hey!
Yes,
Well done,
that's why I was
JJ.
raising my hand.
Oh, they just started the second spinoff. The
Yes.
whatever first marriage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Re-binging it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now for
that's
the
a
now for the
question.
bonus points here.
Oh.
If you could try and name both their 1 point each for all 4 of these. Name their Big Bang characters and their Star Trek characters.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm deferring to JJ and Justin on this, so get typing, guys.
I don't even
Can
know.
you tell me the names again? The 2?
Jack McBrayer and Lauren Lapkus.
Was
Gosh.
Lauren Bernadette?
No.
Okay, I give up. I'm
Wow.
just pulling
One-
stuff out the air.
Well, you can also name their Star Trek characters if you remember that.
No, I don't. Apparently, I don't know anything this morning.
We have Justin is saying Denise for Big Bang Theory.
Yes, for Lauren. Yep.
Yeah.
Denise.
So that's one.
Who's Denise?
Yeah, Denise. That was Stuart's girlfriend at the comic book store.
Oh,
Oh.
so we're talking like last season Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, last couple seasons. Yeah.
I'm also happy Stuart found love.
The momentum is slowing down. We might need to call
I'll
it.
just give the answers now. Okay, Jack McBrayer played Badgie, Logic-y, and Goodgie. And he was also Penny's brother Randall on The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yes!
Oh.
He's a
And Lauren
chemist.
Lapkus, you guys are going to be kicking yourselves on this one. She's
Huh.
Jennifer. Jennifer
I was gonna guess
Shirayan.
Jennifer. I don't have a clue who she is, but I was just going to guess
Yeah.
that as the Lower Decks character.
Yeah, she's she's Mariner's Andorian ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
She's-
this trivia today is very random.
Very
like,
difficult.
Very specific.
And I was
We're
trying
not
to,
talking
and I was trying to make it middle ground.
specific middle ground. No.
Question
Right,
number
okay.
4. Who played Captain Jean-Luc Picard?
Yes.
Question 4 is Lower Decks, but based on the
Jonathan
last one.
Frakes.
Question 4 is
Yes!
Lower Decks, but based on the last one, this might be interesting.
Okay.
Come on.
In the episode of Tuvix, the character of Schwalens was a combination of what two characters? To Illips regarded them as not their best work.
Say the name
Right.
again.
What episode?
Lower
the-
Decks.
Yeah,
Oh.
in the episode Tuvix, TWOVIX,
Oh.
the character Schwalens was a combination of what two characters? To Illips regarded them as not their best work.
I don't know Lower Decks as well.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to think of the names that rhyme with putting
Yeah.
them together.
Christian, you look pretty.
Okay.
We've got nothing in the chat for this one.
I'll just say it then.
Okay.
It's Steve Stevens and Matt the Whale.
See, I knew the whale because
Whale?
yeah.
Yeah, now for the bonus points, if you can name any of the other combinations that were created by Ted Illips in that episode.
Ooh.
I have
Oh, good.
4 here.
You know.
I have 4 here. I don't expect anyone to get at least the last one, but maybe 2 of them.
Man.
No, you've got us, Jim.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
We have Friglimo, which is Captain Freeman and Miglimo.
Oh, right.
Shabarnes, which is Shax and Ensign Barnes. Chandas, Lars Lundy, and Honus. And there's a 4th one, which I could not find an actual combination name, but it was Lieutenant Westlake and Jennifer Shirayan.
Wow. All righty.
And the last one. When Odo and Kira celebrated a 1-month anniversary, what event were they celebrating the anniversary of? This 1-month anniversary of an event that ended badly allowed Quark the opportunity to make a profit.
Read that again.
Joe. Joe.
It was our first date on the holodeck, no?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Joe gets a point.
Yeah, it was the anniversary of their first date.
Oh. Good
Well,
job,
well done.
Rashid.
I thought it was first kiss as well, Rashid.
No, it was
No, it
first
wasn't.
date.
It absolutely wasn't. No.
Yep, Joe got that
Joe
point.
knows for sure. Absolutely wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Do we
So
need to
at
maybe?
the end of this round, Kristen has 1 point. Joe also has 1 point, and Kelvin and the viewers have 1 point. Woot, 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 woot.
0.
And we've all decided
There it is.
that Christian is pretty.
Die.
And that next time I do this, I will make it easier.
Yes.
Christian
I
is
think the
pretty
problem is
stupid.
not all of us know Lower Decks that well, right? It's newer to the series.
Yeah.
Some of us are still doing our rewatches on rewatches on rewatches. We haven't had 30
Yeah.
years to watch the show.
Kristen,
like some of these
it's
other-
not yet time for your concession speech.
You. It's
Some
come
of us
for
are
you.
just too old to remember things.
Yes. All right, round 2.
Oh, there's more.
My knees are sweating.
Oh, did you want to wait till later in the episode to do round 2?
Let's do it all right now.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay.
Hold on a second. My screen just did something wonky on me.
Oh, of course.
That's what I'm gonna blame it all on too. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Question 6. After trying to get revenge on Captain Picard, where was Damon Bach incarcerated by the Ferengi? The hint: with a name that sounds like a beloved Deep Space Nine character, Bach eventually bought his way out of this prison.
Wow.
I might have been a little too hard with this trivia.
One episode.
I know that's the episode with
so much easier.
the orb thing that
Yep.
keeps, like spinning, and I have to mute it because that sound just like but that's all I know from that episode.
Yeah.
Damon Bach was in Repente.
No.
Oh.
All right, Jim. What is it?
Rog Prison.
Oh.
Oh, like nog.
Yeah.
Like eggnog. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Or bog.
Or boggy. Pete
Bog
bog.
with thermal
Bluesky?
stage.
Did you see that connection I just made?
Come visit. Yeah.
Question 7, and this is the last of
We
the
warm up.
next trivia, I promise, Kristen.
Okay.
According to Jack Ransom, what is a common food eaten on First Contact Day? This seafood that is filled with omega-3 acids is a major export for Norway.
Oh.
Eel.
Beluga?
No.
First
Randomly named
contact
foods
day.
high in omega-3.
First contact omega-3s. Krill? I'm a vegetarian. I don't know.
Come on, chat.
Beep-bop,
Get
beep-bop.
Joe.
Mackerel.
Mackerel, Jim.
Mackerel?
It's not what I have written.
We have an answer from the viewers here, although it is from the BQN podcast account, so I don't know who's typed this. Someone's logged in. It might be another one of the hosts. So we have herring.
I have salmon written as the answer.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
That's
how
what
we're
I was
guessing-
guessing.
I would have said that, salmon, but I don't
Yeah.
remember it, the answer
We
in the
are guessing the
episode.
most random sea creatures, and it was salmon.
Yeah.
Should have been like anglerfish.
And that was the last of the lower decks trivia, I promise.
Although I don't know if Stephen's a little behind, but he thinks the food item is badgie.
Well, he might have omegas. We don't know.
Yeah, you never know. All right, question 8. While in the Omega Sagittarius system in 2365, the Enterprise had interactions with what transport captain? Described by Deanna Troi as a rogue, he would go on to assist the crew of the USS Protostar on several occasions.
Come on, guys, you must know this one. This is easy. I'm speaking to the viewers, by the way, not you
Beep-bop,
guys.
beep-bop.
Joe.
Oh, was he the guy in the Regis O'Connor? Yeah, it was O'Connor.
Yeah, I'll give that one to you. It is Captain O'Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, I got a point.
Yeah, it's because you had said O'Connor that you get that one, Joe.
Yeah. Thanks.
Wait, what episode was this from?
It's kind of a cross of episodes. It's about Captain O'Connor. He first appeared in season 2 of TNG and then appeared again in Lower Decks. Oh, not Lower Decks, up Prodigy.
Oh, it's
Prodigy.
gonna be like, you said Lower Decks was done.
Yeah, that was Prodigy.
No, it's Prodigy, not Lower Decks. Prodigy.
Okay, I also haven't seen Prodigy, so okay. Anyway,
Yeah. Technically, I was right. I was done with the Lower Decks.
Yes.
Okay. Question 9. What cadet squadron was assigned to the Voyager A? This is Prodigy again, by the way. I apologize.
oh, then I'm out.
Yeah.
We don't get it up here.
Yeah. Known squad members have included Wesley Crusher, Tom Perry. Oh,
Joe.
Go ahead. Who said beeple beeple?
Me,
Joe.
I'm the only one with a sound effect.
Yeah.
You are.
I want to say Nova Squadron.
Yes, it is.
That's it.
I would have got that wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say the squad members were Wesley Crusher. I had a joke about Tom Paris and Nick Locarno and Michelle.
I was gonna say Red Squadron, so
So was I.
Yeah.
Red Squadron, Nova Squad. That's why I hesitated.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it was Nova Squadron. And then rounding out the trivia, question 10: name the character that has not also been seen as a hologram. It's one of the following: A. Tom Paris, B. Worf, C. Travis Mayweather, or D. Pavel Chekhov.
And what are we naming?
They haven't been a hologram.
Yeah, they haven't also been seen as a hologram in addition to the actor playing the actual character. So either A.
Joe.
Okay.
Pavel Chekhov.
Yes.
That I was gonna guess that one too, because of just the timeline, right? There weren't really a lot of holodeck technology back then.
That was a guess.
Yeah, and it was the right guess. Tom Paris and Worf, obviously for various reasons, and Travis Mayweather because of that god-awful series finale of Enterprise.
Why would you bring that up? We've all had a bad week.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Joe. Amy, how are the final scores looking?
Yes. Well, Christian held strong.
He's pretty.
Yes, with being pretty.
Not to be here.
Kelvin and the viewers got 1 point. Kristen also got 1 point. But the big winner is Joe with 5 points.
Thank you. Bask in my glory.
It's his comeback for all those times he lost on Trivia with Jim.
I know. You guys are so dumb. Ha ha ha.
Oh, Rashid, I'm right there with you. It was a very tough quiz.
We're all winners, Rashid.
Yes.
I tell you, if you ever do trivia based on the original movies, done.
Oh,
Out of my way. I'm going to win that. Just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim, we've got some calibration here. People
Yeah.
are saying your questions are far too difficult.
I will try and dumb them down next time.
We need
Wonderful. Thanks,
Thank
Jim.
you.
Thank you, everyone. We will see you all a little later in the show.
Yep. Well, need to go lick the wounds on that one. So let's take a quick network break. What shows are on BQN, you ask? Well, here's a rundown of some podcasts you might be interested in. All Good Things, a Star Trek Universe podcast covering all of Trek, hosted by Amy, Mark, Christos, Kelvin, and Kristen. Whether you've got Xbox or Nintendo, check out Bargain Bin Gamer, a YouTube show hosted by Davey, a self-proclaimed gamer who specializes in reviewing and showcasing affordable video games. 2 episodes enter the arena, 1 comes out victorious. Join hosts Joe and Kevin and a guest as they debate which should win the Batleth battle. Grab your popcorn as you listen to Cinema Z, a film discussion and review podcast showcasing films you probably missed but should definitely check out. Hosted by Mark and Matt. Don your apron for The Food Replicator, where Matthew eats and drinks his way through the Star Trek cocktail and 3 cookbooks. Beam Aboard Galaxy Class, a Star Trek Next Generation podcast covering all of TNG, hosted by Steven. In order to not repeat it, listen to History with the Szilagys, a snippet of historical events from around the world, hosted by Chrissy and Jason. For the newest Trek coverage, check out Infinite Diversity, hosted by Chrissy and Thad. Curl up with a good book and delve into beta canon with Peter, host of the online Trek Book Club on Twitter, and his new companion, Trek Book Club podcast. Test your Trek knowledge with Treksperts Quiz, a Star Trek quiz show hosted and written by Davey. Whether you're a member of Starfleet Federation or Planetary Union, go check out Union Federation, covering current Star Trek and the Orville, which we all know is really a Trek show, hosted by Kyle, Kevin, Amy, and Haley. Head over to YouTube and watch the Viewscreen live on Sundays, your Trek-inspired talk show hosted by Kelvin and Amy, with Season 2 starting in September for a 10-week run. Spill the tea with Christos while he discusses current Trek news and events and explores the world of fandom via guest interviews, all with a LGBTQIA+ perspective on What's the Tea Bev. And for our Patreon members, we have the Hive Mind with monthly script readings, Let's Fly, a Discovery reaction show, It's Green, a cornucopia of topics, Amy's Math Moments, a quick look at math moments in Star Trek. We know you have a choice of podcasts to choose from, and we thank you for listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Welcome back, everyone. It looks like we are going to do Winner Stays On now, because it's time to bring Joe Keegan in. And Joe looks like he's going to celebrate his victory with a lovely cocktail. Well done, Joe. You bask in that glory.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Well, I do think, Joe, that you were winner since you had the most practice with trivia, Jim, because started trivia with Jim on Galaxy class.
Amy, you know you can't practice for trivia with Jim. You could literally have rewatched the entire catalogue of Star Trek the previous day, and you would not be prepared for trivia with Jim.
True.
So, how are we doing this, Joe? I believe there's multiple camera angles involved. There's no live, there's no pre-recorded aspects. You're going to go for it live. What's the worst that could happen?
It's swinging it. I feel like Andy Peters in the broom cupboard on his first day. I don't know how this is going to go. So there's another view of me. This is my little kitchen. See if I angle my phone anymore, it'll fall over. So I won't do that. We have an array of different cocktails. Will I just make out as a wee cocktail? Well, something. Let's do this. Okay, I've chosen a nice little.
Have you even decided which one in advance you're going to make, or are you just going to go for it off the cuff?
It's got a name.
Right.
It's called Federation Fizz.
Ah,
It's entirely made up.
Right, so there's no reference for this. It's not from the Star Trek cocktail book. This is your own creation. It's a Joe Keegan original.
Yes.
Well, then we need to write this down if it's not in. I thought you were making something out of the cocktail book.
The beauty of podcasts is that it records it and you can always go and listen back. It's quite amazing. It's like living in the future.
You're immortalized. It better taste nice.
No idea. I've not tasted it.
Right.
It could taste like Donald Trump's toupee on like a hot day on like the golf course in Mar-a-Lago or something. Who knows? I've chosen this nice little glass. Reminds me of the olden days. Or
would you call that a champagne saucer?
Let's call it a saucer, yeah. Reminds me of being in like Downton Abbey, or Downtown Abbey, as the Americans say. Yeah.
It looks like the cup of Pisco Sour would come in.
Yeah. Don't swear, it's a family show, Amy. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to have, do you know, I asked ChatGPT to give me kind of some Federation style references for all the things that were going in it. So we're going to have some Cointreau. Cointreau is the elixir of diplomacy. Okay, and it's a staple in the Federation. It's bright and citrusy, being made of oranges, and it represents the unity and mutual respect that each Federation member world has for each other.
That's nice.
Yeah. So we're going to have, I'm just going to make this and just make it up. I'm going to start with some ice, because we've been here for so long, it's half melted. So I'm going to fill my glass. Got my glass down here. You guys can't see it. It's almost out of frame. Let's move over here. Chill my glass a little bit. I've got some what was chilled water, but is now a bit lukewarm. So that's fine. Who needs fresh ingredients? Let's put some ice in a cocktail shaker also. My hands were clean at the beginning.
Thank you.
That's okay. Let's see. So we're going to start with a little measure of Cointreau. Or the diploma.
How much are we going for? Is that a 25 or 50?
Really, Kelvin?
Single? Come on, if people are replicating this, then they need to know how much to put in.
To taste.
So Joe, can you do
let's do
ratios?
25. Let's do one measure.
Thank you.
And then we're going to have some Bacardi, some white Bacardi.
White
Bacardi,
rum.
Yeah, white rum is the galactic spirit, and it represents the resilience and strength of Starfleet in the face of any challenge. We'll have one measure of this also.
Okay, 1 to 1.
1, 1, 1. I think we'll just do 1, 1, 1. Then sloshes of other stuff. This is creme de cassis. And Kelvin, you can correct me. Creme de cassis is blackberry, isn't it?
It is, yeah, because it's what you usually put into champagne to make a Kir Royale.
Yeah. Obviously. So creme de cassis, according to ChatGPT, is starlit essence. It's crafted from black currants. Told me I should have read it beforehand. And grown under the twilight of alien worlds. The rich, dark liqueur brings a mysterious sweetness reminiscent of the uncharted regions of deep space.
Ooh.
We do one of these. Let's do one of these.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's
quite a weak spirit, isn't it? Cassis. It's only about 15%.
So it's 15%, yeah. So
yeah, but it's so sweet. Okay, to do a 1, I was thinking a half of that.
Who's doing this cocktail, Amy?
I'm sorry. I'm just saying when I make mine, I do like the 1 to 1.
Can't hear you. Okay. This must be a great listen for the listeners.
Yeah. I've just remembered this is for me being on podcasting with my podcasting mother and father. So it's quite nice that you're arguing with each other. It reminds me of home.
So I've got a little bucket on the floor for, right, I've chilled my glass. Okay. And then I'm going to just pour some of this in here. It'll be quite boozy at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to top it up with some what Americans like to call lemon and lime soda.
Okay.
Okay, but all the lemon and lime soda that we had in the house, Ewan drank it all, so I had to make my own. But I poured it into an empty 7-Up can, so it looked like lemon and lime soda. Okay, so we have this, and then I'll give it a little muddle. Okay, and then I thought for some extra fanciness, I've got some Swiss meringue that I made earlier.
What?
So I'm going to get some Swiss meringue. Let's see. Okay, you guys see what I'm doing?
Yeah, we can see you perfectly.
Grab some Swiss meringue. I'm going to make a little quenelle.
Oh, fancy.
If I can. Oh.
Good technique.
And then I thought, Amy, do you remember that time I set myself on fire?
You've got a blowtorch.
Podcast.
Oh my God, Joe. Don't have it in your hand like that. It should be on a surface. All right, okay.
I know.
I'm going into full health and safety mode.
You are.
I'm a teacher. I do health and safety also. And then turn that off. And then we're going to attempt to float this on top of our little drink. And this will be the clouds that cities float on in Star Trek.
The clouds of Stratos.
Yes, indeed. And then, we forgot some. I was going to torch some orange peel.
Yes.
Just for some scent.
Torched orange peel is wonderful.
And get all the oils out of it. Squeeze those oils in.
I mean, you could just squeeze it.
You want that toasted orange crispy scent. Don't turn it on more, turn it off more. Yes, there we go.
Right, let's see. Remind us, Joe, what this is called.
Federation Fizz.
Wonderful.
Reminding us of the hopeful utopian future that we all want. Yes.
A big orange thing with a wig floating on top.
It does look like that. It's purely unintentional. It's not.
How does it taste?
It's unusual. It's not unpleasant. It's quite boozy. It's a bit citrusy from the 7-Up.
Not from the Cointreau.
I never get citriness from Cointreau.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, you just get sweet.
It's really unusual. I wish I could transmit the flavour.
Will you be finishing it all off?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Don't like to waste things, so it's a sippy one, I think. I don't really know if the Swiss meringue's serving any purpose, though.
Oh,
Right.
Well, thank you so much, Joe. Justin's a little disappointed. He was hoping for something with some Glenlivet or some other lovely Scottish whiskey in there as well.
Oh,
So I think you've been typecast.
It's not. Yeah, I think so. It's offensive. Is that Canadians again?
Was the Canadians.
Being polite.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? We'd never have any whiskey at home because neither of us drink it.
Oh,
Something
really?
we have.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, I have a question for you. Now I have most of those ingredients, but I have it's not white rum, it's the spiced rum. Do you think that would be okay to use?
I think that might make it a bit of an autumnal holiday feel. The
Yeah.
spice rum and the orange and the richness of the
With-
creme de cassis might
Yeah.
make it feel a bit kind of like pumpkin spice latte-ish.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to try that later today when it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Not here, you know.
Yeah. But it's Las Vegas,
Wonderful.
Amy, come on. You drink at breakfast, I'm sure.
I mean, usually we bring everyone on, but I mean, we're just bringing people on to say, what do you think of that drink? So it seems a little bit, silly. I don't know. I don't know if people have got much to contribute there. But Joe, thank you so much for
My
transferring the contents of your kitchen up to your
Yes.
podcasting room. And please, viewers, do be careful if you are playing with blowtorches at home. Do use it on a stable surface, not in your fingertips. And don't point it directly down at a wooden surface.
We're fine.
Thank you, Joe. Lovely to see you. We'll see you a little bit later in the show.
Yeah.
Okay, later.
Kelvin, of course, you're giving us a PSA.
I had my head in my hands for most of that. Right, what have we got now, Amy?
Oh my goodness. Well, the wait is over. We have Christian here who is going to share with us all the wonderful things that we can buy. Christian, thanks
to
for
get some
coming back
wine.
on.
Thank you for having me again, y'all. I had to get some wine after that trivia.
Oh,
Put it in my coffee cup because I was like, man,
yeah.
couldn't
Don't
do
beat
it.
yourself up too much. It was very difficult.
Well, yeah, but it was I like the trivia though. I like the little tidbits
Yeah.
of things. And Joe's drinks. That's good.
Right.
That cassis is nice. I make a really good drink with that. Sometimes some gin, some sweet and sour mix, and top it off with some cassis.
Nice.
It's very
Lovely.
nice. Yeah. But y'all, yeah, I'm ready for this. I love Christmas and I love the holidays and everything about it. So, and I love to look at stuff every day, some sort of gizmos or gadgets or fun little things to purchase or to hopefully give to somebody in the future. So this is really
Just
good.
to point out some feedback from last season when we did this. This came from
Yes,
James.
I remember.
We must describe what we're
Describe
looking at for the benefit of anyone on the audio podcast. Because
Yes.
apparently last year we were all just going, ooh, that's lovely. I want it. So we must say this is a t-shirt. It's orange.
Yes.
You know, so
I remember you
got
telling me
notes.
that, and then I'm gonna take it to heart and roll with it.
Over to you, mate.
All right.
Well, let's take a look.
Let's start. Yeah. So I got my list. Okay, y'all. So I just wanted to think about like holiday time, like stuff that you can use and also enjoy for yourself and other people. And I think of like different things growing up, and also to us like going out now as adults. And as an adult, I love fun shoes, and these Star Trek shoes are amazing. So there's so many different ones out on the net right now, but these are really great, and I kind of were drawn to these. But they're wonderful, and they're really kind of midway from around $50 to $75 a piece. Not terrible. A great gift for somebody. So I say go for it. There's different, like I said, different websites that have it on there, but these are just a few. The Gearwanta and the Very Marts, but yeah.
Well, it's nice they have high tops and just regular sneakers.
Yes.
Available.
Yeah, and it's good. I do love the blue ones though. They kind of just drew
Yeah.
me in because I like the little starship kind of on the edge, kind of going through.
Yeah,
But,
I'm drawn to those high tops. They're nice.
They're nice. There's some really great stuff out right now, especially for this time of year, because I just thought to kind of think back to like when you woke up Christmas morning and, you know, Father Christmas left you all your wonderful toys and things, and some stuff are wrapped. And like, if it was shoes, they would be wrapped because it was a special treat. Some of the toys were unwrapped, but that would be a lovely treat for someone.
Oh,
Very nice.
Yeah. All right.
Next.
Okay. So I'm going to just go over this real fast. So these are some like some vinyl lunch boxes and some lunch bags. And I looked this up because I take snacks to work every day. I have like 10 different kind of lunch boxes, and from metal to plastic to also these. And the reason that I love this is from a website called Fun Cases. And in case anybody needs a name of these websites,
Items,
and just holler at me and I can give you the website as well. But these are awesome. There's only 6 listed here, but what's great about this website, y'all, is that these are really fun, but this website is incredible, so that you can get these images of what they have on tumblers, key rings, shirts, hats, gloves, all these things. And you can kind of vary different things and have a really nice mix match of items to give somebody for Christmas.
Nice. Are these like unique designs that are sent in by the artist to put onto the clothing, or are they from the, wonderful.
There's special ones, but they only have, so this is only 6 listed. There's only 8 they have available. And these 6 were a lot of fun. But I do love the Star Trek with the shooting star from, it's just really cute and it's fun. And I think it's a great gift. It's also very practical for someone like me, and I think a lot of other people who take snacks and stuff on the go. So I try to include some of this stuff. In the gifts. And so,
are these quite Christmas themed? Because they look like little snowflakes on them. I don't know.
Sure does.
Either that or it's a virus. I'm going for snowflake.
Oh yeah, but I do love those. But that website is wonderful. It's called Fun Cases website. Please check it out. It's a fantastic website.
Yeah. Can I ask, the orange one on the right hand side? What is that? It looks like some kind of bag and cereal or something.
Yeah,
I bet it's the Tribbles.
Is it?
I think it's what it is. That Tribbles cereal.
You remember that short trek?
I do. The Edward one.
Yes. Excellent.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Right, next.
Oh, yes, please. Okay, so, there's a bunch of on there. Okay, perfect. We'll just run through these. The very first one, y'all, are these from Etsy. I've been wanting these for a couple of years. These ships in a bottle. So what it is basically is just like any sort of ship in a bottle sort of things, but they're starships. And there's different ones. Now, this one listed said there's only one left. The thing is, though, is that this one left at that moment. I contacted the the seller, and he makes them all the time. What I love about this is that they're at the very bottom of it is the wormhole. So the ship is supposedly exiting the wormhole.
I was wondering what that was. Okay.
Yes. And it's so much fun because they have so many different ships, and I want this on my shelf. So this is something that I kind of covet and I kind of wanted. So I want to put this out there for y'all. It's a little more expensive than the other things, but it is a kind of must for me because I think it's really cool. I don't know which ship I want yet, but I'm definitely going to make sure that I get one here in the next week or two.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they're really, I want one really bad. I've been, like I said, it's been like a good year. So we're going to go to the second one, the middle picture right here, y'all. It is a model kit. I think all of us of a starship. This is, of course, Voyager. It's a snap together model kit. I included this on here because I think all of us as fans of Star Trek has a ship somewhere in their house, even if it's an ornament for a Christmas tree to something on your shelf, or even big enough to go in the floor. I've seen some really lovely things, but this reminded me of also Christmas because every morning, 25th, the first thing we had to do is, before we could open up anything, was go through our stocking. And in our stockings was always either a snap together model kit, a puzzle, or a little tiny thing of Lego. So it's something small. And this to me reminded me of Christmas a lot. And I actually have one of these model kits, and they are wonderful. So, and also too, it was fun to do. And you could have a little special, you can have 2 Voyagers, but one you did yourself. You made it yourself. So
about how large would this snap?
So some of them are like this big, and some of them are like this big. It's not, they're not gigantic, but it's just a fun
like
little
4 inches,
like probably 8, something like that.
Okay.
Because for something like this, though, it's just a really nice thing to do. Just kind of like, and like we used to put our, like if I got a model kit, we would do it on Christmas morning too while we watch Christmas cartoons.
Oh,
yeah. So it's a little something up there in there. And the third one, y'all, is the Nutcrackers. So Star Trek Nutcrackers, there's a lot online, and they are hilarious because some people make their own. Some people are taking like Nutcrackers themselves and maybe kind of shaving off the wooden like hat or just different things of it, and just painting on a face or actually gluing on a terrible Worf beard and painting it brown. It's really funny. But these Kirk and Spock ones, though, made me laugh because I love them. Because from the spindly legs to the little, it's of course not functional, but just the little bag that's on Spock cracked me up so much. But these are great. And I recommend just getting online and picking up a couple of these because they're fun just to throw just beside your Christmas tree and your little baubles and things that you have laying around. Because I have boxes of just Christmas stuff and Christmas related things that from different genres of shows and cartoons. And these would be perfect.
Yeah. Peter in the chat says the ship in the bottle one reminds of a TNG scene when Picard was talking about building ships in a bottle when he was younger.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to get that and also get that snap together model, you can feel like you're doing both things.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. So we can go to the next row of, okay. So these are hilarious, and I'm kind of obsessed with them. They are funny. Now, these are only 2 of the like 15 they have, and they crack me up. What was the name of that one? I could not get an.
So these are scented candles.
Yeah, scented candles that we have from this. So these scented candles. This one I think is called. There's one that's called "Damn It, Jim," made from eucalyptus and spearmint.
Okay.
There's this one right here with Geordi on it. It's called Man with a Vision. It says ocean breeze and sea salt smell. This right here with I don't know what the flavor the smell is for this Janeway one. But
Star Trek coffee candle.
I think it's.
So I bet it's coffee.
It's
flavor.
probably. But there's
Which
like
would
15
sound nice.
different candles available, and for $6, what a fun gift to give somebody.
Yeah.
Very inexpensive, a lot of fun, and the little labels that are on them are really cute. They're kind of
Yeah, you're paying for the label, I'm
you're
sure.
paying for the label, but it's nice. It's a great gift for someone.
So these are from Etsy as well. Is that the name of the seller?
Yes,
On the image,
yes.
Purple Penguin. Good.
Yes. So go on there, find Purple Penguin, order you some candles for Christmas. Do it.
Mhm.
I have purchased a few for people, so hopefully they'll be in soon. Because I've been going nuts this week buying stuff. Actually, looking on here as well has got me started for Christmas again. So
Yeah, this becomes an expensive segment for you to
Yeah.
do.
it does. It does, because I think about not only myself, but all my friends who need random stuff they probably don't need in their life.
Right.
But just to add to the collection, just another thing to put out and collect dust.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Next.
yes, please. All right, so I put these are hilarious because this lady who makes these towels, and she sews these emblems on this towel, and she has so many different ones, but she's one of many people, and that's why I put this on here, is that person, because I've got, and I think some of y'all as well have your kind of beach towel that you have. Yeah, I've seen Kelvin's before, and I have one. They're fun, but these are your home towels, and these are really nice home towels, and you can have them actually monogrammed with your name on it, or your spouse's name, or a partner's name, whatever you feel like on it. You can have them personalized, and not only with this lady itself, with the Manda Panda, there's also different people as well on Etsy who can do that for you, and I think it's a fun gift. And if I haven't ordered these, but I think that these would be fun for someone to actually give to someone in particular.
And at least those colors are gorgeous.
They're gorgeous.
Just so rich.
Yeah, the
and
rich,
they
the
look
yellows,
soft.
the blues, and the red and the yellow and the blue. And they have a lot of really nice different designs just on hers alone that you can look at and kind of get you a little feel. But she has a lot of different things you can do. And then next beside it is just your robe. Sorry.
Oh,
go back. Sorry.
go back.
It's just your Star Trek robe. A lot of people have a Star Trek robe already. I love a robe. I love it. I have one, and I don't have this particular robe, but I have a robe. But I do love the Star Trek robe. I love it a lot. There's some different ones out there, but I like this one because it's looks more plush than the ones that I've looked at online. And it looks a lot more durable. And the reviews were pretty amazing on it. I think, it actually has it on there. It's like a 4.6 on the Amazon scale.
So this one's from Amazon. Yeah.
Recommend it. Yeah.
Yes. I don't wear Star Trek robes that often unless I'm visiting Kelvin and James, because I love it. Put on the robe, go to the bathroom.
It's awesome.
I know. And I know you know what I'm talking about because you've done the same thing.
You find yourself with a robe on longer than you should. You'd be like, I'm okay with that. It's awesome.
We do encourage our guests to get dressed occasionally, but for when they can't be bothered, throw on
as long
a
as it
robe.
takes me to get ready, I should definitely have a robe.
Yes, and winter's coming, so we need a nice plush robe.
Yes,
Thank you,
get
Jerry.
Get one for sure, y'all. All right, the next round, please. All right, y'all. So holiday fun, ugly sweaters and sets are my jam when it comes to the holidays. Any sort of ugly sweater, but these aren't ugly to me. I'm kind of obsessed with these. But there's many online, many Star Trek sweaters, many like, pants and shirts sets.
Yeah, I don't think that I've seen a combination like that. And I'm really digging that top and bottom. Do you think the bottom is like a sweater material as well?
I think it's like a jogging pants type of material.
I actually have that Command TNG sweater, but now I'm seeing the jogging bottoms to go with it. I'm like,
yeah, I know. And so I liked these two versions a lot. So it's got me thinking. But I do love having some, instead of just your normal uniforms and your t-shirts, something fun like this to kind of throw into your Star Trek closet and pull out for fun. Like, I'm just going out to grab a coffee. I can throw on my Star Trek sweater and represent my fandom, and I do enjoy that. But there's some really other good ones out there. It's nice. But yeah, please.
So who's this? I don't recognize these websites. So
So what's our word now? So the Hazify and the Home Sizzy. But I looked online, and these were like the third ones that I looked up, that I saw and looked up and kind of read the reviews and stuff on, and I really enjoyed this two-piece, because I have a two-piece kind of a jogging Star Trek set as well, kind of made from questionable material that's not, it looks kind of like jogging pant material, kind of that cottony,
but it doesn't breathe. It's not that natural.
No.
Polyester.
And it's only good for an hour or two before your body heat retains all that inside, and you're about to blow up.
Right.
You're just about to explode internally, because it's just so hot in those. But these right here would probably be great to have.
Wonderful.
Yep. What about next? We got, Okay, so I just like with the lunch boxes, tumblers and glasses I take with me everywhere. And I love them, and I also like to represent my love of Star Trek where I go for different things. And I do love this tumbler, with the captains and their starships that are in this very first picture. But I also love you can pick different colors that you can choose as well for your tumbler. And yeah. So there's more. There's different colors you can choose, and it's fun. I'm a little obsessed with it. I've seen this design on t-shirts and stickers and all kinds of really fun things as well, but I do still enjoy it. But I do love that you can get your tumbler with the different colors, because I take coffee with me, or my weight shakes, or if I'm just going on the road to see my family, I'll make some tea and put it in one of the other. So the same way with the glass to your right of the picture. Now this is from that Fun Cases thing as well that I had earlier with the
backpacks,
the little lunch boxes,
the
lunch bags. So this is actually one of the things you can actually add that just add another design on is these glasses. It's one of the, like I said, you can get gloves and hats and shoes, put it on your tumbler, put it in your glass. And
it's just so crazy how now customizable gifts are becoming. Like,
it's nice.
Yeah.
Especially even like with those towels, when you can personalize anything, you can have you're just an artist, but actually have something that specifically says your name on it, and it's like it's just mine, and I can enjoy it and represent and show everybody my love of Trek by walking around with my sweater on and my tumbler and my lunchbox, walking into work.
These are all wonderful. Let's bring in the rest of our guests and see if any of those struck their fancy.
Oh, Joe! Look
at you, my friend.
Modeling the goods.
Joe, that looks
For
good.
those listening on the podcast, Joe has donned his Star Trek red.
Joe, it looks good.
Sweater. Oh my gosh, I love it.
That's so nice.
It's so nice. I love that.
Yeah, I think Ewan and I got these for Christmas from maybe Ewan's parents a couple of years back.
I love that.
Yeah.
Nice. Jim, what was taking your fancy from that list there? Are you getting anything for Christmas or thinking of buying for a friend?
They all look so good. I'm just not sure which one I would get.
Lots to choose from. And what about yourself, Kristen? Justin's watching.
So Justin and I are watching together, and may or may not already have the Jordan-inspired shoes from the first slides. Just so for those listening, they look like a classic Jordan pattern, but they also come in all three colors.
Yes, they do.
So they're the blue and the red. So I may have the red already in my shopping carts.
Oh,
Awesome.
Because the red is gorgeous.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yes. And I totally agree with your conversation on that weird sweater material, but it's almost like plastic.
Yeah.
And it just fits in it, and you're like, what is going on?
Yeah, it retains heat, and you feel like you're going to spontaneously bust at any given moment. If you wear it
anything from Shein is just going to make you suffocate. Oh. But Joe, that looks super cuddly and like nice quality.
It's nice. It's good quality jumper, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And the question is, do they fit small or
I've no clue. I think that's maybe a medium. Can you read the tag?
Not a chance.
Love it.
Medium. I see an M.
Medium.
I see an M. Okay.
Medium. So
I'd probably just throw an XL in the cart anyway, because I just baggy.
Nice.
And we know you've already got the jumper, Joe, but what else? Which other items did you have your eye on?
Do you know what? I'm kind of obsessed at Christmas with Lego. I always find myself Lego, but what I find really frustrating is that Lego don't do Star Trek, or Star Trek doesn't do Lego, or whatever. No. And there was it Blue Bricks?
Yeah, Blue that's Bricks what's over in the UK.
Yeah, but their license just expired, so they will be making no more.
I think there's a Playmobil.
I saw that headline. Yeah, I was a little shocked by that.
Yeah. But we collect the Star Trek duck set.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we just got a new one.
Oh, bring it!
Look at little 7 of 9.
Oh,
wow,
little 7.
That's great.
So adorable.
Somebody go buy that for sure.
I love that.
I think we've got them all so far. Yeah,
those are great.
They are very good. They don't swim very well.
Oh,
so you put them in water, they just do that. Yeah, she's maybe front heavy.
Yes.
No.
Happens to the best of us.
Let's just say the beak.
The beak.
Wonderful, Christian. That is so much great stuff that you've brought us there. We also appreciate your restraint, because I know
real quick. That's why I was trying to get in and out.
Yeah, you could have done 100 items. So thank you so much. Whilst we've got everybody on screen, let's do a little bit of a wrap up as we bring our last show slowly to the end. So, Christian, can you tell the viewers and listeners where can they find you online if they're interested in connecting and carrying on the discussion?
Just Christian Carter on Instagram or Facebook. You can contact me at any time and just leave me a message, and I'll give you all the info you need.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the Viewscreen, my love, and we will see you very, very soon. See you later, Christian. And Joe, same for you. Where can the people, where can they get you?
Yeah, you can get me on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm on Twitter because I refuse to call it the other thing. I don't really interact all that much on social media.
Are you going to stay on Twitter?
I've got it. I've got a Twitter account, but I don't really use it. So I don't really have a reason not to stay.
Right.
Or a reason to stay, really. Yeah. So it's just there. It exists. So yeah, @JoeyJoe77 UK is my Instagram and Twitter handle. I'm on our Discord server and Facebook and everywhere else. And you can email me, joepodcasts@gmail.com.
And can't they hear you on a podcast?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. But we've not recorded in ages. Wow. And then Kelvin wasn't well, so we have to, we'll get back to it. Not Galaxy class. Earl Grey on Trek FM.
Oh my gosh.
Listen to the back catalogue while you're waiting for new content. Yeah, Kevin, Scarf, and I do the Batleth battles, so we'll be bringing you new episodes shortly.
Wonderful.
I want to be on that.
Yeah, we always ask people to be on it, and nobody
Yes.
wants to be on
Let
it.
me know when you're recording next. I will make time and be there.
Yeah, that is
awesome.
something we
I
would all
really wanna
probably
do
make
that
time
with
for,
them.
Joe.
Yes.
And Kevin is in Canada as well, so in terms of time zones and stuff,
Yeah.
Canada probably has like 20 time zones.
Well, see,
Almost.
now Kristen is available on Sunday mornings now that,
Ding.
Nice.
Ding.
Check.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Joe. It's lovely to see you.
Ever so welcome. Love to see you two guys.
See you
See you
soon.
soon. Bye.
And Jim, tell the guys where they can find you.
I am I am on the Discord channel from time to time, and if you're in the Twin Cities, the second Wednesday of every month, I attend a Star Trek themed trivia event called TC Trek Trivia. Come attend. I love the competition. It is this Wednesday, and even if you're not in the Twin Cities, look it up and come and attend anyways. There's an online element to it.
Oh,
It's TC
nice.
Trek Trivia.
that's cool.
yeah.
Lovely.
Very
Thank you so
good.
much, Jim. Lovely to see you.
Thank
See you
you.
And then there were three. So,
Mhm.
Kristen,
There were
where can we find you?
Of course, Facebook, with the BQN network. I am on Instagram at KStrats, and I am also now on Discord. Justin took my phone the other night. He's like, "We're doing this," and so he finally set me up. So Discord also at KStrats, and then of course Reddit, my home, with user Garrick's fan club.
Fabulous.
So
Thank you
yes.
so
Yes.
much. Thank you so much. Really great to have
Been
you
a-
on. We'll see you soon.
It's been a wonderful season. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
bless.
Yeah.
And for one last time, Amy, please remind everyone where they can find you online.
Well, you can hear me on Union Federation, which is a podcast here on BQN. You can hear us on All Good Things when we come back in a couple weeks. You can find me in our Facebook group, BQN Collective, and of course on our Discord server, which I absolutely love. So that's where you can find me. Now, Kelvin, where can people find you online?
I'm pretty straightforward. You can find me in the BQN Collective Facebook group, or you can come and find me directly on most of the socials at Kelvin's Timeline. But like you've just said, Amy, I'm looking forward to returning to our editable podcast,
Yes.
All Good Things, which we'll be recording in a few weeks' time.
Yes.
So we would love to hear what you thought of today's final show, and we hope that you will join us in the Facebook group, the BQN Collective, or on our Discord server to continue the discussion there. And you can find the invite code for Discord in the show notes.
Yes, and a huge thank you to our current Patreon members who we would like to name individually on this, our finale episode.
Amy, this is a hot mess when we do this, so maybe you just read the first half and I'll read the second.
Okay, all righty. Well, we have Aenar, that's a cute name. Jason Anderson, another anonymous. Jerry, who was in the chat, Vera Bible, Susan De Clerck, I almost said Szilagyi, but that's not no. Brian, Damon, David, Chrissie De Clerck-Szilagyi, Lars Di Scenza, Hait, Matt Harker, and Peter Hong.
And then I'll continue. We have William Jackson, Jim McMahon, who's here on the show today. Thank you, Jim. Joe Mignone, Mahendran Radhakrishnan, Tom Van Scooter, Jenediah Seastrum, Jonathan Snow, Davey Willett, and Carl Wonders. And if you'd like to help support us on the network, visit patreon.com/BQN. But if Patreon isn't your thing, you can still support the network by talking about our shows with your friends, sharing our content, liking our posts, or just generally having a chinwag on social media.
Yes. Thank you again to all of our guests who joined us this season, to our online and live viewers keeping the chat going, and to everyone watching us on replay or listening to us on our podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And finally, thank you to the team behind the scenes who make this show what it is. To Davey for the artwork, to Joe Keegan here for the music, producer David, who's here every week off camera, and of course to the wonderful Kristen for bringing us the news and all the research that goes into it each and every week. Can we bring David on just to wave and say hi, who's always behind us?
David, thank
everybody.
you, thank you.
Thank you for having me on. And before I go, I just want to give a real quick shout out to my grandmother, who in about 2 hours I'm going to her 100th birthday party. Super excited about that.
Yes.
And I remember as a very young boy, she was part of my introduction to Star Trek.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
We'll give her a big hug from us.
Yes.
So I would watch I would watch the original Star Trek with my autistic uncle, who calls it Mr. Spock, and we would watch Trek. So,
oh, lovely!
Happy birthday, Grandma!
Yes.
And Peter says a big thank you to you as well, David. So you are you're much appreciated in the group.
Yes.
Amy, we will be back, won't we, in 2025 with another season of the Viewscreen. But until then, I guess you find us on all good things. But here and now for the Viewscreen, that's it. It's time to end transmission.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.